Doing here?
Can you hear me?
We can hear
Yes.
you. What's up, man? Congratulations.
Okay, hey,
Excellent job,
thanks.
man. I've been watching you guys for the last couple of weeks, ever since the update went in. You've been kind of leading the charge on trying out builds. So honestly, I'm really happy to see you guys end up
Well,
taking it.
thanks a lot.
So you're kind of surprised to not see Dervishes win this tournament here. You were running Necros in the final. So what drove that? We were surprised to see it especially on that map.
Well, we thought about running AP Spike as well, but we played Hexes pretty well the last month, so we just decided to run that over AP Spike, and we had some guy who put all of Yon's players into his friend list and watched who's playing, who's running what character, and yes, we just pretty much built watched them.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't see it coming at all, so obviously that worked out well for you. You just stomped them. Match before that, you're running triple dervish on Uncharted.
Well, we won that because we know Super is an old member of us, and he probably knew we were run hexes on that map, so we just run dervishes instead.
Yeah, so you had basically a mirror match. You had not quite a mirror match. You had Grant dervishes. They had listed dervishes. Was that a big deal?
I think it's a big deal since listed dervishes do like 0 damage, and
It felt
even
like
us
it.
can just pop out so much damage.
Okay, so also you had the Ebondest or a blindbacker guy going out there. You had a sword guy on there. I see a lot of teams running that. How does that guy compare to the Grenth guy? Why do you run a mix of those two as opposed to all Grenths or all that guy? Just kind of driving that.
The Grand Stash is pretty nice for spraying disease, but I don't know, the Ebon Dust is like same damage and also blinds shitloads of enemies, and it's also pretty decent against split. You can just turn over everything around you and everything is like dying.
Right, so I guess what I'm kind of getting is that you want to have your Grenth Dervish because he does, all that great damage and puts the disease out, but after a certain point you don't need to have any more Grenth Dervishes. You can start running other stuff because you can't double disease people, basically.
Well, there's also like the Grand Stash got this Mystic Corruption and it removes the disease of your party, so I don't know, it doesn't really need 2 of them. And 2 Ebon Dust our dervishes is just way defensive. And we play pretty defensive by pushing flags and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember if I know we watched a bunch of your matches throughout this, and maybe I'm missing something. Did you run anything besides those 2 builds in this tournament?
We actually just only run 2 builds.
You ran the Necro Hexes, and you ran the
Yep, the dervishes.
the Dervishes. Okay, so that's what I got. Thanks for popping on here. I'm really happy to see
No
you guys
problem.
did well with that. You guys kind of ran the great builds.
I'm sure Asp has his special question he would like to ask you.
I'm
If
sure.
he is so inclined.
I think you disappeared for a moment here.
it's...
Okay, well,
Okay, I'm here.
Oh,
Okay,
Okay,
well,
go ahead.
here's a question.
I did all the boring stuff. You asked the fun stuff.
This is a question I ask everyone that plays MAT. On MAT day, do you have any sort of do you or your guildmates have any sort of ritual that you go through before the tournament starts?
Not really. We just, I know we know each other for a long time now, and I think we play so many ATs a month, it's probably just the same than an AT for us. So basically not much, nothing special, just
You don't
playing.
like get up and like have a big breakfast or something?
No. Actually we're gonna play the AT tomorrow again, so...
Gotta keep going. Well, you're out on top this time, so gotta move yourself up. Take advantage of it while you can, right?
Sure.
So specifically, which one are you on the LaG lineup, and what's your role like on Ventrilo?
I'm basically playing frontline, and I'm always like doing the flag tactics. People know me as like the flag running warrior, so I'm running lots of flags on the warrior, and in hexes I play the Survind Necro, and in AP strike I call.
Do you have any? Do you have any sort of like actual tactics you use when running hexes? Hexes is kind of just to throw everything at them and watch them die. But do you actually count anything down or coordinate that in any way?
We're basically just trying to have our damage dealers all at the main and not splitting back something damage. We just split back like 2 healers if needed. If they're splitting like 3 people, we just split back 2 monks. And if there's actually 1 player only, we just send our runner back and run flags on, I don't know, on the Necro maybe. So we're just trying to wipe the main and send heal back.
Do you in the hex build, do you go ahead and like call a spike for like a cast spike to land on top
Yes.
of a rising bow hit?
Our toxic chill necro's doing that, and he's like doing it every 10 seconds, and shit is dying pretty good there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I noticed that.
We'd see some spikes in there, and it's like, where's this coming from? It's 4 necros.
Well, Unbound on Gaze is like pretty good spike skill, actually.
Yeah, you can like occasionally we see like a caster spike hit right as a monk, you know, heal someone, or right as like someone drops a Keolite pot, and they just pop.
Well, that was Survind, I think. That was like 5 times Survind, and he just died.
Yeah, yeah, people just, yeah, they just instant pop when the soulbind drops.
By the way,
Yes.
life doesn't trigger with Survind, it's
Okay.
what's protected was Kaola.
So that was what was popping that guy.
Yeah, the runner would just spike down like all the time, and I imagine healing burst is somewhat of a mistake.
The divine favor from healing burst does not affect soulbind now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not as bad as you think, but it still destroys that Qualipot. And also, you also have the Consume Soul to destroy all the spirits that guy puts up.
Yes, we were a bit afraid because the Red was like standing way back there at the top, and I don't know if he didn't even have recap, so I don't know.
Yeah, I
If
think
he
it's...
got it, if he had it, it might be closer. It might, it might be longer because they could have held it longer up.
I don't think he even put it up. He might have been too afraid of the Consume Soul that he didn't even bother putting it up. I mean, he was doing a pretty good job of keeping the lights down.
But I don't know. I don't think he has it.
I might not even have it. I'm not sure. I wasn't counting his skills. But yeah,
Who goes ahead and calls what build is run for each map?
We're all deciding it pretty much.
Okay. So then, what sort of judgment do you use to determine, you know, as a group, which build to run in each map?
I don't know. It really depends on the enemy. Like against good guilds, we actually run lots of hexes and stuff like that. But we know we could also beat them with 2 melee. So I don't know. It's really depends on how many times we already run that build and stuff like that.
So far, what's your opinion with all these dervish changes? Do you think they're good for the game? Do you think it's
Well,
bad,
it's
or-
something new, so it's actually always good. But I know AP Spike and Hexes will get like very strong now since there's no more hammer kiddies.
Oh, so basically, with dervishes getting strong, it makes the hammer warriors sort of leave the metagame, and that sort of
Yes.
makes these sort of gimmicky builds a lot stronger.
Exactly.
yeah, I'm pretty sure the goal long term, of course, is to try to strike a balance between the dervishes and the hammer guys. So I guess at the moment you think that the dervishes are a lot stronger than the hammers, obviously, and we haven't seen an Axel tournament, so clearly that's not in vogue anymore. What do you think is actually driving that the most?
I see a
What's
sword.
what's the strongest aspect of these dervishes? What's making you play them so much over the hammer guys, over the axe guys? What's the driving characteristic there?
I think it's the Ebon Dust Hour and the disease from Grants. That's basically all. And they do actually pretty lots of good damage. With the Dewound and spike damage, like Mystic Sweep. And they also cripple shit and yeah, shit like that.
So basically, the amount of conditions they can afford to just launch on everybody while they're wailing on them with those sides.
Yes.
Is the lifesteal at all a factor in terms of making them a little bit easier on your monk energy, or is that pretty much just for the armor ignoring factor of it?
Depends if they run Grant's Hour. If actually is that skill, it gives you like 20 less damage, but also steals 20 health from the target. But I think the point is that it's actually unignoring damage for the armor. Actually, it's ignoring. It's like extra 10 damage always,
Right.
or 15. I don't know.
Yeah, and then like for example, we saw in one of the matches, Valid Imago was running Aura of Faith, which is straight damage reduction, which doesn't work on life stealing, and you just see these Grenth dervishes melting him through it. They just like didn't care that he was casting Aura of Faith.
I don't know. It's Shielding Hands is actually also pretty decent against it, but I don't know. It does like same damage than Ebon Dust and Hammer Warriors. I know Hammer Warriors did like 0 damage, but they could KD, so I don't know.
Yeah, we see that Yawn is running a Hammer Warrior against you in the finals. Was he pretty much a non-factor? Like
Well,
it
he
didn't matter
did
that they had one?
nothing really.
None of the guys did anything in that build. No one did anything in that build.
I think that Hammer Warrior, if we would run a normal build with Dervishes, he would also be pretty useless. So I don't know really why Yawn run a Hammer Warrior over a Dervish.
So would you ever consider running the I forgot what it was, the Dervish knockdown, or is that just not worth it?
It's not worth it. Let's say you need to elite a skill for like extra damage, or I don't know. Wounding Strike is also pretty weak, I think, and Grant's Avatar and Ebon Dust are the only abilities I think you can run on the Dervish.
You really need that damage to push him over the top.
What?
You really need to have that elite damage to really push the Dervish over the top. Without it, he's just not
Yes.
not attractive enough. Gotcha.
Do you feel the flag push metagame is always going to be present, or do you feel that that's ever going to change? Are people always going to push flags for a team wipe?
It will always be the same. We will never lose this meta again. Sorry. It's like so balanced. It like got defense. It can split. It can push flags, and it actually can also kill.
I noticed something in this month, which I'm not sure I saw it in previous months, but this Grasping Earth point blank shot Mage Bane Ranger. Do you think that's good, or do you think
We
it's
basically
not that
invented him.
Okay.
So we were pushing flags like mad, and we just like, oh, we need more snares, so we just took Grasping on the Ranger.
good? Yeah, I saw a lot of times like they just go and they seem to do a lot more damage than your regular trip shot.
Well, we actually played it when Monk Runner was still alive, so it was pretty decent because the Monk Runner had part heal. I mean, he had enchantments, and assault enchantment since plus ranges are pretty strong on the runner. And he can just keep snaring him perma. And we had also hidden cloudwebs, so it stacks.
Were there any guilds in this MAT that thought did way better than you expected, or maybe the other way around, someone that you really feared that did not do nearly as well as you thought they would?
Well, Pressure to Pleasure did pretty well in the first 6 rounds, but I don't know, it's like one build and stuff. And also, what were you talking about? The match on Weeping Stone against us was like the closest I've ever had. Like our lot was at 5% HP and we just collapsed them and they all died and we finished it.
I remember watching that match, yeah, where your Lord actually got down really low from that Dervish and that Necro sitting on it. And
Yes.
they killed your monks and just sitting at nothing, and just from that push, it just completely swung around. And you ended up winning the game on a counter push afterwards.
Yeah, that was insane.
Well, the problem was, like before the Dervish update, you were able to send one monk back against 2 damage, like the Praetor here, and he was actually able to hold the archers in the Lord room up. Not maybe not the knights, but I don't know. And the Dervish just can pump them so easy, and his extra lifesteal from grants is just, it destroys your base in like 2 seconds.
What was Ventrilo like when the game was, it looked like you were about to lose? What was the discussion like?
We are actually like, come on man, you can do it, and he actually was able to hold it up, and we were like pretty happy, but also we were like, oh shit, we lost because they did so much lot damage that time, and I don't know, it was like we lost anyways, but let's try.
Yeah, at that point you guys are beat up enough that you couldn't actually come back and win off lore damage. I guess it's hard to put a lot of lore damage on with a Necro build, but you're able to just wipe them and win, basically.
Yes, pretty much.
Oh man, that flag push was that was so sad that you guys were so close to getting a boost off of that too. Or am I thinking of the wrong game?
I think you're thinking of the wrong game there.
Oh no.
Maybe. You're thinking of the wrong game, I think. Maybe.
Do you have any questions from the audience for our liaison from LaG? Ensign, could you check that? If I open Firefox, the stream lags like way more.
Oh, I no idea. I haven't actually been on there. Hey, Buck.
What am I checking out?
Oh, just if there's any questions from the audience for our friend from LaG here.
I don't see anything, no. Let me ask them.
Yeah, we've not really had any questions in the last few minutes.
Aw.
Okay.
Okay.
We have one. Our Blood Necro is still OP.
Well, Bob Signet is pretty OP.
I know you guys running 4 copies of it in your Hex build.
Well, it doesn't really, the bleeding isn't that OP, but the combo on Gordon's Gaze plus Barb Signet is pretty good. Because it gives you energy and extra bleeding, stuff like that.
You're using it to power basically your entire power the hexes and everybody else. This is a part of the combo.
Well, we built our hexes on spamming, so the Necros should have enough energy, so they can just use skills without any breaks.
Good deal.
Well,
Well,
I don't have anything else.
well, congrats again on winning the MAT. I have a friend I want to spend some time with, so I'm going to log off and do that.
Alright.
And you guys have a...
Well, thank you, Ensign, for coming by and helping us with the commentary on the tournament featuring a new profession.
No, it's not a problem.
Thank you
It's
to
glad to
us.
see it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for doing so well and putting on a good show. To all LaG
Thank
and
you,
everyone else.
Lineback, please, for coming
No
back
problem.
for the interview.
All right.
And I'm out.
So,
Later.
you know, that's your Saturday.
Alright, good night.
See you next month. I imagine LaG will be around for the next MAT. We'll see some new exciting builds, you know, based on whatever changes between then and now. I can't wait.
Can I ask a question, please, to ask?
Sure.
Oh yeah, sure.
Will Raw play the Guru Cup?
No. No, we're done with
Oh.
Guild Wars.
That's sad.
Are you gonna be in the Guru Cup?
Of course.
Alright.
It'd be good times. Alright, well, yeah, thanks for coming by. We'll see you next month.